There is a video that James Lindsay shared over on X. And when I saw it, I'm going, well, this is exactly what I've been warning about on this channel for quite some time. The Muslim community has been praising the likes of Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Dave Smith, and many other of these, you could call them woke right influencers, people that have major platforms. And when you've got Muslim known terrorists, the Muslim Brotherhood, bragging about how they have caused a great deal of political influence and discussion in the US and how they have shifted foreign policy to their advantage, one has got to worry a little bit, right? One has got to wonder, why in the world are the Muslim Brotherhood praising and bragging about how Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are doing their dirty work for them? One has got to ask themselves, why is Candace Owens and why are Tucker Carlson beating up on Israel? Why are they sharing the lies that they're sharing? And why is it, I think when you've got Muslims like this that you're about to watch, bragging and praising the way that they are, because they're getting exactly what they're after, jihad. It's not just through war, it's through this psychological element as well. So they can convince people to do things. And I mean, when you've got dingbats like Tucker and Candace, they've got the brain capacity the size of a bloody walnut, is it any wonder that these two are getting paid lots of money to spread lies and also to spread dangerous things that it's going to hurt Israel? And you've got the Muslim Brotherhood going, yes, we didn't have to do much. We just sat back and let the two biggest known podcasters on the right share the lies that are going far and wide, and loads of people are saying, well, Candace and Tucker are right about everything. They're wrong, because our enemy is Islam. It's not our friend, it's our enemy. And when you've got people that call themselves Christians defending Islam, that should concern you. What were the Crusades all about? For the replacement theory, for Tucker and Candace, them claiming to be Christians, it seems rather relevant in this case, doesn't it? They don't care about the Muslims. They don't see them as really much of a threat. In fact, they're going to run cover for the Muslims. So when I saw this, I'm going, whoa. One has got to wonder why. And it should be quite clear to people why. And hatred. Anyway, have a watch.
We're seeing now right-wing bases. Who would have thought that Tucker Carlson, of all people, would sit there and be the #1 advocate against Zionism in America today? Candace Owens, Karima, inshallah, قولوا امين. Candace Owens, did you guys see the Ted Cruz interview where Tucker Carlson rips into Ted Cruz and just completely destroys him? Matt Walsh likewise, and there's a huge Marjorie Taylor Greene. Sean King said to me when we were in the car once, he said, Sammy, you don't understand who Marjorie Taylor Greene is. She's the representative of the most racist area in Georgia. African Americans were told not to go to her area. She's now one of the loudest advocates against Zionism. But here's my point about the Ummah when you said that we've done everything we can. Why has that change taken place? Because we've started to deploy a power that we haven't maxed out yet. Trump is looking at Tucker Carlson, who's saying we shouldn't get involved. Candace Owens, we shouldn't get involved. Matt Walsh, we shouldn't get involved. Dave Smith, Trump needs to be impeached if he goes into Iran. So Donald Trump, because of that scream, because of you here in Kuala Lumpur, because of us in London, because of those in Berlin, in Rome, because we actually decided to speak about it, because it became relevant, because we decided to tweet about it, because we decided to because we decided to do da'wah at last instead of sleeping, what happened was Trump instead went to the Iranians and said to them, listen, I need a way out. I'm going to send 2 bombers. They're going to bomb, but what did Israel say? These 3 sites. Your scream, your voice, it has power. It shifted an entire US foreign policy. It stopped Trump from intervening in Iran itself. And this is the whole point. When people say, why come to Kuala Lumpur? Why go to these places? It's because the power is not there like you think it is. The power is here, even though I think you guys are here. We are achieving results. They said that when Trump comes to power, it will be disastrous, like for Muslims in America. Mahmoud Khalil, arrested, released. Rumaysat Oztur, arrested, released. Mohsen Mahdawi, arrested, released. American Muslims for Palestine, tried in Michigan, the case was dropped. Tried in Nevada, the case was dropped. They tried to pass the anti-boycott bill, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she pulled it. They tried to do a non-profit killer bill where the Attorney General would have the unilateral right to remove a tax-exempt status. Guess who removed that clause from the bill? Christian churches who said, why is Zionism intervening in terms of how we decide our non-profit? The reality is that people are making an effort and it's working. And you went to America, you've seen those Yemeni cafes. Oh my goodness. These places are packed until 2 a.m. and they're everywhere in America. And Yemeni cafes like it. So I went, I said, guys, how did you succeed? Like, give me the secret. I'd love to see a Muslim, like cafe succeed in the UK in this way. They said, Sammy, when people actually started thinking about where they put their money, the money just flowed. Sammy, we can make big Muslim businesses. We can make big economic powers. The reason they don't exist is not because of the absence of money. It's because we don't take care how we spend. We don't take care where we go.
I don't think it is a badge of honor when you've got Muslims praising you for doing their dirty work. Who would have thought that Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Dave Smith, Matt Walsh and even Marjorie Taylor Greene would be the useful idiots for Hamas or for terrorism, the useful idiots for Islam? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Did you ever think you'd see the day that people that you'd been following for quite some time, I had been following them for a long time, and I actually respected and looked up to them because I thought they were courageous and bold in certain areas. But alas, ladies and gentlemen, the masks have come off and we have seen exactly who these people really are, and they are the useful idiots of Islam. Islam is not our friend, ladies and gentlemen. I have made a number of videos about the dangers of Islam. You even had the Imam of Peace, who is a Muslim, warning about the dangers of Islam. So you can be a Muslim, a practicing Muslim, and reject Islam, supposedly. If you reject Islam, that's a good thing because Islam is a danger to the West. But what you've got right now are these Muslims that have a voice and have been screaming from the rooftops for quite some time. And guess who's listening to them? Guess what October 7th created? Oh, initially it was, okay, let Israel do its thing. But now it's like, wrap it up, Israel. Get it over and done with. Finish it already. Hurry up. You're starting to see a major shift. And these Muslims are happy about it. These Muslims are going, we're getting exactly what we want. Getting exactly what we prayed for and worked hard for, according to them. They've been praying to the devil for quite some time. Help us, devil. And guess what? The devil is answering with Tucker, with Candace, with Dave Smith, even Matt Walsh, unfortunately, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all these people. And they think they're doing the right thing. No, what you're doing is actually helping. You're helping the religion of Islam. You're helping terrorism. That's what you're doing. You're helping them. And you may be thinking, oh, I'm not doing any of that. You are. Tucker, I made a video yesterday and even today about how he's saying that Hamas is just a political organization now. It's not a terrorist organization that went in and killed 1,300 Israelis. No, just a political organization. That's all they are. The narrative is shifting, and it's not a very good narrative to shift towards. That narrative we're shifting towards, ladies and gentlemen, is one that does Christians and Jews a great deal of harm. Of course, Tucker, Candace, everyone else will be fine because they're obviously on the side of Islam. So the Muslims are going to protect them because they're being used. And obviously, a great deal of money, great deal of wealth, Qatari money, that helps. That goes a long way too. Also, a great deal of hate goes a long way too. So when I see someone like this sitting and praising these right-wing influencers, it concerns me. I wonder how many others are going to be mentioned by Muslim commentators as well and being praised by them for doing their work. That's not a badge of honor, I'll have you know. That's something to be very concerned about. Why are they praising you? You never hear Candace or Tucker criticize or ridicule Islam or Muslims. You never hear it. You used to hear it with Tucker. Not anymore. Now he's defending them. Why? What's the whole aim? What's the whole purpose? The destruction of the West? Possibly. When you have the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a known terrorist organization, I believe it's being designated as one soon. They're responsible for countless attacks. When you've got that organization, these members praising you, be very afraid. And Tucker and Candace have the biggest platforms online. People know who they are, and people defend them religiously. And little old Jay warning people about them, don't get much. You get a few, but not much. People need to wake up. And the people that I see that go, Tucker's right, Candace is right, you need to wake the hell up. You're on the wrong side, man. If you think that defending Islam is the right course of action, you're sick in the head. You've got a mental illness and you need some help. Seek it big time before it's too late. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.